What is up, everybody? Rough day yesterday. Probably my worst day on the channel. We were due for a bad day. We were on a really hot streak, and it all finally came crashing down and burning yesterday. Recapping yesterday, I gave you guys 15 total picks, and I went 5 for 10 on them. So my worst day by far in a long time. Jokic, I said over on Jokic. He just barely missed it. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, both of the Celtic boys, didn't do much. Mobley ended up having a bad shooting night. He took a lot of shots, just missed them. Can't ask for much more than that. Jarrett Allen ended up having a massive night. So if you took that Allen line, good for you. Mason Plumlee was looking good on that under, just right about the end. He grabbed a bunch of rebounds right in there in that fourth quarter, so he ended up going over. Kevin Huerter ended up falling just a few short of his sleeper of the day pick. Clint Capella only played 19 minutes. Can't do anything in 19 minutes. Fred VanVleet's assist hit. Christian Wood at 10.5 rebounds hit. It's pretty incredible that a guy had 1 rebound in the first half and then grabbed 10 rebounds in the second half. Or excuse me, 9 rebounds in the second half. But if you got him at 11.5, it missed. Jakob Poeltl ended up having a really good game. DeJounte Murray fell just a little bit short thanks to a blowout. Kelvin Johnson ended up having a monster game. And then Luka ended up having an even bigger game, and Embiid fell short on his points. So that's yesterday's recap. Let's get into it today. Quick thing, once again, I know I keep doing this, but I can't believe, I really cannot believe the support you guys are showing me. It's pretty wild. Yesterday, I got 11 subscribers in one day, had back-to-back 100 view days. Just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I only had like barely 11 subscribers. So for me to get 11 yesterday, to crack 60 yesterday, to have back-to-back 100 view days, have a like record on yesterday's video, it's pretty dope. I even had a lot of comments on yesterday's video. It really does mean the world to me that you guys do that. It makes me feel horrible that like I have so many of you guys viewing my videos and trying to get the best picks of the day, and I didn't deliver yesterday, but today we'll try to deliver. At the end of the day, you do have to remember, I'm not a wizard. I'm not a time traveler. I can't tell what's going to happen in the future. I can only just look at the numbers and tell you what the numbers say. And so at the end of the day, you have to remember it's sports betting. It's 50-50 shot. You get to pick over or under, and anything can happen in a sports game. So thank you guys for everything. Really, it means the world. I wish I could tell all 61 of you individually thank you, but I can't. So all right, on to the bets. All right, starting off our video with our lock of the day. And I'm not making this mistake because I shouldn't have made it last night, and I did. I went with Jokic instead of Allen, and tonight I'm not making that mistake. Tonight's lock of the day is going to be Bam Adebayo from the Miami-Charlotte game. Looking at Charlotte's recent history versus big men. It's pretty yummy. Last night had 22 and 29. Al Horford had 12 boards. Zubac had 11 boards. Pascal Siakam, not a big man, but he still kind of bangs down low as a 4. Siakam had 24 and 9. Robinson Earl, a relatively unknown big man if you're not a religious NBA watcher, he had 11 boards. Al Horford, 10 rebounds again. Julius Randle, 10 rebounds. Chuma Kiki, again, if you're not a religious NBA watcher, don't know who that is, a 4 for the Magic, 10 rebounds. Big feast against the Charlotte Hornets. It's their weakness, and so why not go at it again? In their most recent matchup on October 29th, Bam had 26 and 19. You got to just eat that up. That has to be the lock of the day. Right now, Bam is set at 30.5, I believe. Give me just a second. Let me look. Yeah, Bam's set at 30.5. So that's going to be my overlock of the day. Bam Adebayo to feast versus the Charlotte Hornets. All right, as far as Grizzlies Magic go, in their most recent matchup, Cole Anthony was a star of the day. He had 26, 6, and 8. Right now, his points, rebounds, and assists is set at 29.5. They also have his assists at 6.5 and his points at 17.5. I don't love the line, but I'm just putting it out there that in their last matchup, he did kind of have a pretty good game, way over his points, rebounds, and assist line at the moment. The line I do like from this game is Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter has kind of been playing like a man possessed the last couple of games. The Grizzlies give up the 5th most rebounds per game. When Steven Adams isn't in the game, they don't really have a true big. Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark's pretty good rebounder in his own right, but when Wendell Carter's out there, he's going to be the biggest man on the floor the majority of the time. So I do love Wendell Carter's line. They have a points line right now for him at 14.5. I like it, but like I said, he's been rebounding really well, been scoring pretty well. So I'd rather take his points, rebounds, and assists, which is at 28. So theoretically, you need around 14 and 14, which he's been doing that. So I like Wendell Carter's points, rebounds, and assists. Also, do like Jaren Jackson's uh, points in this one. I'm going to go points instead of points and rebounds. Let's go with Jaren Jackson's over on 18.5 points versus the Orlando Magic. Okay, Suns versus Wizards. They have played recently. It was a 118-90 blowout by the Suns. Bradley Beal had 26 points. Kuzma only had 4 in that game. He played 26 minutes, had 4 points. Kuzma's been playing pretty good since Bradley Beal's been out, so Kuzma's been the number one option. He has been playing very well. Theoretically, in their past, or not theoretically, historically, in their past couple of games versus forwards that can score pretty well, the Suns have allowed, Siakam had 22, 7, and 7. OG Anunoby had 25. Ingram had 16, 5, and 6, an okay line. And then Jaylen Brown had 24. So do look for Kyle Kuzma to maybe have a pretty good game. They have him at an 8.5 rebound line, 19.5 on points, and a 31.5 points, rebounds, and assist line. I like his points. Like I said, when Bradley Beal's been out, he's been scoring pretty well. He's been their number one scoring option by all means. He had, in the 3 games that Beal's been out, 30, 25, and 24. So he's been scoring the ball pretty well. So I do like Kyle Kuzma's points line today. A line that is hot in this game is Mikael Bridges. Currently, he's set at 14.5 points and 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's been playing really well. Obviously, all of their backup guards right now are injured. They're not playing right now. They don't have Shamit. They don't have Nader, and there's one other guard. I can't remember his name. But so Mikal Bridges is playing 40 minutes a game. Like I said, I love players that play a lot of minutes because they've got more chances to put up the stats. So Mikal Bridges, over on his points, he's been scoring pretty well. 24, 27, 26 his last 3 games. So I would take over on Mikal Bridges' points, which is set at 14.5. Do keep in mind that the Suns and Wizards games in recent history have not been close games. So if you do want to go under on some of these guys, like for example, Booker's points, rebounds, and assists is set at 37.5. That may be something you go under on. And Chris Paul's points and assists is set at 29. Simply for the fact that I just think it's going to be a blowout, I'd stay away from it. Or if you wanted to go under, if you wanted to make an undercard, definitely go under on Chris Paul's points and rebounds. Or points and assists. All right, back to Miami versus Charlotte. So, in their recent history, they have played a couple times. They played on October 29th, like I said earlier. Obviously, Bam had the big game. Jimmy Butler also managed to have 32 and 10. So he had a pretty decent game because his points, rebounds, assists line is set at 34.5 right now. So I would like Jimmy Butler's line. The game before that, he had 18, 8, and 8. And in the previous matchup to that, he had 29 and 5. And the previous matchup to that, he had 25 and 9. So he kind of does fill up the stat sheet versus the Hornets. Games are close. 121 to 111, 110 to 105, 99 to 114. Closer games, so these aren't blowout games by any means at all. LaMelo Ball has struggled in their games. Bad shooting nights, I'm assuming from the great perimeter defense. 6, 6, and 5 at a horrible shooting night in their most recent matchup. The matchup before that, 14, 5, and 6. Just bad shooting nights for LaMelo. So I would stay away from LaMelo Ball if you can, by all means. And I know there's a lot of buzz around Plumlee's lines because he's been playing really well. Historically, in their last couple of matchups against bigs, the Miami Heat let Yusuf Nurkic get 18 and 14, and Embiid had 32 and 12. Pascal Siakam had 16 and 14, and Al Horford had 14 and 9. So the Heat have kind of given up some good amount of rebounds to some talented rebounding big men. So maybe do take the over because it only is set at 15.5 right now. All right, Knicks-Lakers. Most recent matchup, Westbrook went for a 31-point triple-double. Anthony Davis had 20 and 6, not the greatest game. Evan Fournier had 26 points. That is the key with the Lakers. Looking at their recent history versus against scoring guards. Reggie Jackson, 25. Norman Powell, 30. Trae Young, 36. Ball and Rozier combined for 40. Even Ish Smith that game off the bench had 22. James Harden had 33. Duncan Robinson had 25. They struggle to stop scoring guards for the opposing team. Evan Fournier in their last matchup had 26. it's my sleeper pick of the day, Evan Fournier over 14.5 points versus the Lakers. Now, I know a lot of people like to stay away from Randall. Completely agree. In the last matchup, he did have 20 and 16. Lakers have kind of struggled against fours. Marcus Morris had 29. John Collins had 20 and 11. Miles Bridges had 26 and 8. Tobias Harris had 23. And Jimmy Butler had 20, 12, and 10 versus them. Just keep that in mind. As far as the Knickerbockers go, they have kind of struggled against bigs. Jared Jackson Jr. had 26 and 10 in a recent matchup. Giannis, of course, is the best big in the league, best four in the league, but he went for 38 and 13. Jimmy Butler had 22. Even PJ Tucker managed to grab 21 versus the Knicks. Evan Mobley had 15 and 10, and even Ivica Zubac had 17 and 14. So I love Anthony Davis over for his points line. They have a lot for him. They have 40.5 for a points, rebounds, assist line. They have 26.5 on points, 9.5 on rebounds, and over a single three-pointer, which those ones are always super interesting. But I'm definitely going to take over on his points for Anthony Davis. Bucks Blazers, late game, 9 o'clock. Blazers are playing back-to-back. Always remember that. Always try to keep track of teams that are playing back-to-backs. Blazers they got blown out last time. In their most recent matchup, it was a 129-109 Bucks W. Giannis had 47 and 12. Drew Holiday had 22 and 10. Chris Middleton had 28 and 7. CJ McCollum for the Blazers had 18, and Lillard had 32 in their last matchup. Obviously, that would be Anthony Simons now. So the big three for the Bucks last time had a field day. So do keep that in mind. The line I do like from this game, though. Obviously, Giannis can get it done inside. In a recent matchup versus the Blazers, Anthony Davis had 30 and 15. Giannis has quite a few lines right now. He's got a 10.5 rebounds line, a 15.5 rebounds and assist line, a 30-points line, and a 46.5 point rebounds and assist line. If I had to choose between the three, I know 30 points is a lot to go, but it'd probably have to be his points line set at 30. They gave up, like I said, 30 to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis and Giannis are on that pretty same level. Even Nikola Vucevic had 24 and 14. There have been guys that have been rebounding really well against the Blazers. Like I said, Darius Baisley had 12 rebounds. Josh Giddey and off guard had 12 boards. Christian Wood had 15. Luka had 15 rebounds. Vanderbilt had 13. Even Towns had 17 rebounds. So if he wanted to go for his rebounds line, that would not be a bad line at all either. As far as any Portland lines, the Bucks do not give up much defensively. The best recent performance by anybody scoring on the Bucks was DeRozan. He had 35. No one has had a monster rebounding game or anything versus the Bucks. Harrison Barnes managed to snag a 29-point game. Nikola Vucevic had 19 and 11. So I would stay away from Blazers lines if you can, or unders on these guys. Last game of the night, Sacramento OKC. In a recent matchup, it was a 111-117 Kings win. Lou Dort had 19 points. He's set at 18.5 right now. Shea had 33 points. Obviously, Shea's not playing, so look for Giddey to maybe fill up some of those stats. Tyrese Halliburton managed to have 24 and 10, and Buddy Hield had 21 in their recent matchup. The matchup before that, Harrison Barnes had 21 points. Rashawn Holmes had a pretty big game. He had 16 and 15. Robinson Earl in that game actually managed to have a 14 rebound game. And Shea and Lou Dort in that matchup before the most recent one had 22 both apiece. As far as lines go in this one, OKC has been giving up a lot as far as big man rebounds. Yusuf Nurkic, 14 and 16. Sabonis, 24 and 18. Nikola Vucevic, 26 and 15. Evan Mobley, 17 and 15. Jared Allen had 14 and 13 and 13 and 13 in two recent matchups. So if I had to take lines in this one, it's definitely got to be Rashawn Holmes over on his rebounds. Hasn't been rebounding the ball fantastic of late. But against the Thunder, they give up a lot of boards. So Rashawn Holmes is set at 7.5 rebounds. I'd love that line. The Kings have also given up a lot as far as rebounding goes. I would actually love Josh Giddey's 14.5 rebounds and assists line, believe it or not. I am almost 100% sure the Kings are coming off of a back-to-back. Let me look real quick. Thunder are coming off of a back-to-back, so it might be a little bit more of that Thunder under that everyone's been trending this year. But I do like Josh Giddey's rebounds and assists in this game because, like I said, they just don't rebound the ball very well. The Kings don't. And, of course, Josh Giddey is a pretty good rebounding guard. They have it set at 14.5 right now. That is a little bit high, but I still like that. Again, this Thunder-Sacramento game is going to be a close game. It's not going to be a blowout by any means. So I like Josh Giddey's points and rebounds and assists. And last but certainly not least, always our under of the day. It's going to be coming from the Portland-Milwaukee game. Under on C.J. McCollum. He just has not been scoring the ball very well of late. Hasn't really been able to get up into that 20 points per game range. And like I said prior, the Bucks have not really been giving up much this year. The best performance to a guard recently, not a forward like DeRozan, they've been giving up recently with Evan Fournier had a 25-point game. But realistically, no one has really been having any sort of success as far as a wing goes against the Bucks. So my under of the day is going to be C.J. McCollum under 20.5 points. All right, and as far as my slips are going to go for today, my 3 slip will be here. It'll be Bam Adebayo over on his points and rebounds. They did just drop a rebounds line. It's 11.5. Again, I think he's gonna get a lot of boards, but I also think he's gonna get a lot of points. So I like points and rebounds just to be safe for Bam Adebayo over on Anthony Davis's points, which is set at 26.5, and Kyle Kuzma over on his points versus the Phoenix Suns, 19.5 for Kyle Kuzma. And my 5 slip will be my 3 slip. Just add Wendell Carter and add Mikael Bridges points. So those are going to be my slips for today. Thank you guys again. I can't tell you what it means to me for all the support you guys have been showing me. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Let's see how we do. Peace.